Hi guys, I'm Andy. Welcome to Life on a Bike with me, Andy. Today we're doing Zwift Games Stage 2. We are starting now. Yes, underwards, go! This is on the Hudson Hustle route and it's 12.7 miles. So it's not too long. The racing category for this is it's kind of like a category C, but it's using the racing score, which is 270 to 390. And me being basically about 290, I'm sort of towards the back, so we'll see how we get on. 251 riders, and at present there's the start line. It's going hard, 300 and something watts. My heart rate's at 150. Oh, micro brake there, which is probably a good thing because I just gave a big puff of air, and it's like, oh, this is hard work. Now I've done this course quite a few times. Well, look at that, you see, it's just appeared 291 watts power wise. We're going up the little hill there. It's not a big hill, and it was 400 watts. So this is quite a short course, 12 miles, and because it's a short course, it's going to be quite hard. A lot of power down, and a few, as you can see, it's not flat at all. There are some flat sections in it, but basically it's very lumpy. But none of the climbs are anything to sort of write home about as such. They are manageable, and I'm talking from my point of view as a non-climber. They're all sort of manageable just about, so you can sort of get out the saddle and windy pops, I do beg your pardon. Get out the saddle and power up as best you can without losing too much time. In the first sort of third, there is quite a long climb. I mean, it's not that long, this is the first sort of climb, but this isn't really a climb. It's like 3%, and then it just kicks at the end. Excuse me. So it's the kind of thing where you just stick it in a good gear and you just go for it. Now, a lot of people are starting to use the feathers as the feather boosts, as you can see. I'm not going to. I'm going to save my feather boost for the next hill. As you can see on the top right hand corner, there's like a couple of mounds, sort of a couple of hillocks with a U sort of shape in the middle of it. It's that first one there, the first steep long bit. That's when I'm going to use my feather boost. If I remember, but yes, it is. That's when I'm going to use it. Oh dear, that was a nice cup of tea. So I don't want to use it yet, because if I use it now, I'm just going to waste it really, because this like I said, this little climb here, it's a drag really more than a climb, and it just punches up at the end. I'd waste it if I used it now. Got to keep it for when the shit goes down, and the shit's going to go down on the next climb. Not that little red bit. If you look at the top centre, not that little red bit. After we've gone downhill after this one. Oh dear, if you understand what I mean. That's nothing. I'll talk about the next major climb, which we'll get to shortly. But here, I've just got up a 10%, and I'm still sort of in reach. I'm still in the main group, basically, the front section. Someone's gone off the front a little bit, but they've just been pegged back. Excuse me. So I'm still in the front half, 109th place. But placing at the moment isn't that terribly important, because we are all one big group at the moment. Even though it's extremely spread out. This isn't the climb that I was talking about, by the way, so ignore this one. This is just a little punchy thing as well. So as you can see, we are all strung out. There are no real gaps. It's just we're all trying to hang on to the rider in front. And then someone at the front is powering away. We're all swearing about him, and why don't you just sort of slow it down? But then it's a race, so that's what you do. So yeah, so no real concerns at the moment. I think things are going to change very drastically as soon as we hit the first climb, because that's what happens. If you look at the bottom, not my bottom, but the bottom, it's all basically sort of reds, a little bit of yellow, but reds. It's hard work. This is not an easy one. And yet someone's on a BMX by the looks of it on the left hand side, just behind my blubbery mess there in the orange top. Excuse me. Why would you ride that? I suppose it's a really awful bike. You're going to need to work harder to keep up with everyone, so maybe they are actually really good and they just want to train more. But one would think that if you were that good and you wanted to train more, you'd just be on a normal bike and you'd be at the front powering away. Hey, whatever, you know what I mean? I did think about things doing that kind of thing, get one of the BMXs or the shopping bike and just ride that. But then, I kind of have hard enough time just keeping up on my Canyon Air Road, which is the one I've got, Canyon Aero 24, and it's all suited up to the max with my NV Pro 4.5s wheels. Now then, this is the hill. Well, not this one. This is like the foothill before the big hill. We are all in the same group at the moment. We're all bunching up a little bit because we've just hit the hill, so you've got that accordion effect where the people at the front slow down, people at the back, they're still going quite fast, so it all sort of bunches up a bit. Oh, there's a bit of a gap for me, so I do need to shift my ass and get it into gear and just catch up, which I'm doing. So now we're at the top of the climb. We're going down, and this is the bigger climb. This is it. Excuse me, this is crunch time. So this, I think, is where it's all going to happen. If you look at the top right, you can see a long line of blue dots. That's the group. There are no sort of concerning gaps at the moment. Everyone's kind of in reach with the person in front. It's just very long, so that could change by the time we get to the top. I've started using my feather, which is probably the best place for me to have done it, so I can just keep with the groups. Now there's a gap forming in front of me, but fortunately these guys to the side, they're bridging the gap, so they're sort of becoming stepping stones for me, so I can just stay in contact with the whole thing. But we are bunching up. If you look at the top right, we're bunching up, which is good, even though if you look at the bottom with my little graph, it's all very hard work. And if you look at my blubbery mess, yep, I'm sweating a lot, moving a lot, sort of jiggly boobies going on, and yeah, I need a bra. What can I say? Shush. So yeah, oh, excuse me. So it's all going. Oh, that's the alarm. Put the kids to bed. So it's all going well at the moment. Now my only concern, although I'm sort of around 100th place, 251, my only concern is I can't see what's going on at the front. Now I can tell there are no real gaps going on. It's all one long line. But at some point, my fear is gaps are going to start to open up, and I can't do anything about it. I mean, to be fair, I can't do anything about it anyway. But when that happens, all the little groups start to form, and that's when things will probably start to settle down a bit, because we're not just chasing the person in front or the group in front. We're there we go. You see, look, now the gaps are forming. You can start to see, we've had this huge effort getting up this climb, powering on, chasing the person in front. And even though we're going downhill a bit and it's going to hit the flat, look, you can see it's one long strung out line, but the gaps are starting to form. And what will happen is someone's going to lose a wheel. There, see, we've got a little group here with me, and there's a big gap in front, and that's what happens. Nothing I can do about it, even though kind of I was going the same speed as the person in front, because at the top of the climb, I know it sounds daft, but at the top of the climb I wasn't that far behind, but I didn't have the strength to stay with them, so I just sort of backed off a bit. I didn't purposely back off, I just slid backwards, and then this happens. All these little groups start to form. You look in the top right, you can see the blue dots. They're starting to form the little groups. Now we've just hit another slight climb. It's not really, it's just a punchy thing. Now we're all starting to bunch up again, but the gaps are there, and they look smaller than they actually are. So unless you turn yourself inside out, those gaps are still going to be there as you go over the top, because as they reach the top, you're still on the climb, and they'll be able to go away from you as they are doing now, kind of thing. So it's now all the little groups are forming. Things will start to settle down a bit, but because it's only 12 miles, it's not going to settle down that much. We've done what, 9? How far have we gone? We've gone 4 miles, sorry. We've got 9 left-ish, 8.6 left. You can see that there's the line is just, it goes way off, and there are lots of big gaps forming now. So what we're trying to do now is I'm just trying to keep on the wheel of this guy in front with the bright blue shorts. He's catching up the group in front, and we're all going to, this is now going to be my group. I haven't got the strength to go forward to the group in front, so I'm going to kind of hope that these guys that I'm surrounded by will do that and pull me with it, because I'm on my limit. I've been doing 11 and a half minutes, and we're over 300 watts, so I am way over my limit. Last race I did, my FTP went up to 263, because that was hard. It was a hard race. This is also a hard race. 300 watts average when my FTP is 263. That's a big difference. So it shows that I'm really trying, and I can't do anything other than hang on to these guys. Oh, hello. Who was that? Someone stopped. How rude. Maybe they're taking a comfort break. You know what I'm saying? Now then, interestingly, excuse me, on this race, my steering mechanism, or my jiggery pokery, everything that's on my new click and cog thing, it all works. So every now and again, you'll see my avatar there. I have like a red shield on my right hand side then, and that's because I was trying to turn right or move to the right to get a better line, or to get out of the wind and get a draft from someone, but someone was in the way. It was stopping me. There, it's happening now. So I can't. So although I'm trying to move to the right, someone's in the way, and it won't let me go. So that's what happens. So you can see, there you go, it's doing it now, going to the left, but someone's there. So what I will basically do here is keep pressing. I'll either go forward excuse me, to get past this person, or go back excuse me, or go back, so that I've then got the room to go behind the person and to move to whichever position I want to go to. There you go, that's how the steering works, for those that didn't know. So what else are we doing? Heart rate is 155 to 160, so it's quite high. I think my maximum heart rate has probably gone down, because I've done some big races, some hard races I should say, recently, and my heart rate hasn't really gone over 174, so I'm thinking that's probably my maximum. My maximum is going down as I get older. I'm approaching 56, so I know I don't look 56, do I? No. More like 46. Thank you very much, mother. So my heart rate's coming down, the maximum heart rate, so it says it says 1:49 now, so I'm obviously chilling. I'm reading the paper and having a coffee. Not. So when it's up at 165 or whatever, that's actually quite hard for me. So what I might have to do is adjust my maximum heart rate on Zwift again. What I'm probably going to do actually is do an FTP test, because that will tell me what my maximum heart rate is as well, because I tend to reach it. Average heart rate, average power, 290. 290 for 15 minutes. That's a lot for me. Yeah, that's crazy. This is what happens with the shorter, punchier races, is that everything just goes so much faster. Now you can see on the grid at the bottom, my graph should say, you can see lots of greens and blues appearing now. So we're on the flat. We've been downhill. We've done the climbs, and things are settling down a bit now. Now these escalators, I don't know what you call them, but escalator things. These really freak me out. If you look at me, whoa, that upsets me. When you go down there, that really upsets me. It's like it takes me off balance. I don't know what it is. It's a visual thing. As you go down and your avatar sort of moves away from you, it's just the visually, it's really weird and upsetting, and it sort of takes me off balance. I think if you could crash on Zwift, I probably would at that point. The other thing to think about is when we go up those escalators. Is that what they are? They actually, I did think that they go up at like 19%, nearly 20%, and I thought, do you know what? That's really hard. But if you stay in the gear you're in, even whop it up a gear, but get out of your saddle and just sort of give it beans, but not too many, it will keep you at the same kind of speed. So it's almost like an assist as you're going up. Now you may have known this. I didn't until just kind of thing, until this race, and I thought, that's actually good, because I did fear it when some of the other in London, for example, the routes in London where you go on the subway, you go down like 15% into the subway, and then you go up a 15% to come out of the subway. They're just normal climbs. Excuse me. So they're really hard. You hit those, you've got to go down the gears just to sort of try and power up it, but really hard. Whereas these, different. As you'll see now. So what I'm going to do, if you look at the gearing in the top left hand corner, I'm gear 18. I'm going to hopefully stay in there. I might go down a couple, but I'm just going to get that saddle and go. I've gone down a couple, and look at that. I'm going, and it's like, okay, I'm putting the power down, but not enough to be doing what I'm doing. 21 miles an hour up a 20%. It's like, whee. So there you go. It's like having an e-bike for a couple of seconds. No, here's my son with his mouse. Here we are. So he'll join. Yes, son, I'm here. Say hi.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
You're right. Thank you very much. Cheers. Love you. Excuse me. It's 10 o'clock and my son comes in to give me his mouse. Bless him. And that way he won't be on watching porn all night or whatever he does. I don't know. Dread to think. Anyway, so back to the business. So we are now, we've done the, I don't know what it is, the escalator thing, and we're on the flat. Now, at the moment, the flat's actually I was going to say it's quite difficult. It's not, because I'm in greens and yellow, but that just shows the power. I am having a bit of a hard time here. Heart rate's 160, so it's, just to stay now with them on the flat is actually quite difficult, because they may be a lot fresher than me, and oh gosh, look at that, I've got a sweaty head. Give it a wipe. That's right. I am losing weight. I know you think like I look like a big blubbery blue whale, but I am actually losing weight. So I'm quite chuffed at the moment. I've lost well over a stone this year, so I'm keeping it going, for the oldies and for the fatties. So hopefully one day this year I won't be a fatty, as it were. Sip of tea. Oh, it's gone lukewarm. Don't like lukewarm tea. Right, so this is now our little group, and it's quite a nice group. There's no way we're going to catch anyone in front unless they are really slow. Now, we are being swamped by people at the back. They've caught us a little bit because we've slowed down. So I mean, it's always possible. We slowed down, they've caught us, so we could catch others. But as you can see, I've just been swamped a bit, which is kind of good and kind of bad. It's good because there's more protection from the elements for me. So in that sense, it's actually good. That's nice bit of sunshine on the avatar. And haven't we had a lovely day today as well? It's been a great day. I even actually got out on the bike yesterday. Day before, on Sunday. It's Tuesday today. Yeah. So anyway, I digress. So spring is on its way, and it's all looking good. I wasn't feeling great for this run actually, but I obviously didn't do too bad. Oh, excuse me, I've got windy pops bad. So I'm still around the 100th mark. Now, if I can finish within the top 100, I would be happy as Larry, whoever Larry is. Because last time I think I came 120th or something in stage 1. So to come inside the top 100, I think it's pretty good. Especially considering my racing score is 290-ish. And it starts at 270 for this. So I am right at the bottom, yet I'm in the front 100, so I'm happy with that. So I don't know if something. No, I was going to say I don't know if something's wrong with my score, because maybe it's not. It should be higher, but then it is creeping up, just very slowly, But maybe I've got superpowers, and I'm getting better quicker than I thought. Thank you very much. Who knows, but probably not. Anyway, I've digressed slightly, waffling on. I would say here's the music, but we've only got 3.9 miles left, so you're going to have to crack on with me. So it's a nice bunch, this. There's quite a few riders, which means it's going to go fast. There are some gaps forming at the front, but I don't think, because we're on sort of flats and downhills, and no real meaty hills going on, so unless someone's extraordinarily strong and breaks off the front, it's all going to stay together pretty much. And we are, I don't know how far ahead. We're probably behind. We're probably about 30 seconds behind from the group in front, who you can see on the top right. Now I do believe that group in front is the front group. There is just two groups, so we're not drastically behind. There's no way we're going to catch them, but it does show that it only takes a little bit of it only takes something small for the gaps to form in the bunch, and then you can't bridge it. And it doesn't take much to. It's weird, really, because if I'm going the same speed as them ish, why shouldn't I be at the front? That's because it's hard work. So I tend to drift back, and then I end up towards the back of the bunch, even though I'm probably not that far off the speed of the people in the front. I end up at the back of the bunch, and that's when the gaps form, and I sort of get left behind. But it is, I don't know. It doesn't. It kind of appears that you don't need an awful lot just to make that difference to stay at the front. But anyway, I could be completely wrong and talking bollocks, probably, knowing me. Anyway, I've just 3 miles to go. So we're going down another escalator. And you can see my face then on the left. It was like, whoa. I didn't like that. I nearly crashed again. And, you know, if avatars can crash, then I would have. Maybe that's what Zwift need to do. They need to create this thing where you can crash if you get too close to another rider. Anyway, I was having a look at my whoosh as well, because a friend of mine, James, he's started cycling up again, and he's using my whoosh rather than Zwift because it's free. Zwift you have to pay, and my whoosh you don't, and it actually looks really good. Now I've already got my whoosh and I have played it before, as some of you may know, because I keep going on about the graphics in it, and I know why, because we sort of looked into it, and part of the reason the graphics are so good in that and this isn't quite so good is this is 10 years older maybe. Zwift started 2014 from, I don't know, I might be completely wrong, but maybe 2014, so it started a while back, and when they were making this, and I hope I'm right in saying this, and if I'm not tough, when they made this, they wanted to make it for everyone on all platforms, and all sort of levels of PC or whatever. So they made it look, well, the look of it, when they built it, it was very simple, so that it could play on everything for everyone. Whereas my whoosh uses, I believe, the Unreal Engine, and that's more your AAA game stuff. So it looks different and it feels different, and the textures look better, the shadows look better. Here's the escalator. I'm going to power up that one again. Do I change gear? No, I don't. Get out the saddle, power up, and look, I stay with everyone. Isn't it cool? Didn't realise that until today. Hey, excuse me. So they're using Unreal Engine, which is it's a better engine. Everything. So that's why everything looks better on my whoosh, because of the engine they're using. They're coming out, I believe they're coming out with a new version of my whoosh now. They're updating it, because they've asked certain people, do you want to, play the beta version? And I've sort of said yes, and hopefully I'll get chosen. I don't know. We'll see. Wait and see. But yes, so what I'm going to do is, I think, use Zwift at the moment for all the racing that I do, because I've spent so much time, I've invested so much time on Zwift, that I don't want to give up Zwift, and I race with my ABR team on the Zwift races, so I don't want to give that up. But if I do like a Zone 2 ride, or just some sort of taking it easy train ride, I'm going to do it on my whoosh, I think, for a while, and see what happens. So what I might do, even though it might be a bit boring for you, is record a couple of those rides and post them up, just so you can see the difference. Zone 2 ride on Zwift, Zone 2 ride on my whoosh. Anyway, we are now 1.3 miles from the finish. The average watt's 276. Now that, for me, is good, and I am happy and pleased as punch. Some might say my heart rate's 161, 162, 163, 161. It's over 160. So I'm working hard. It's near the finish. Get out of the wind, Andy. That's it. There you go. That's when the steering works well. When you find yourself in the wind, you just need to get out. You steer left or right, and you get out the wind a little bit. Excuse me. So I am now preparing myself for the sprint. I say sprint, I'm not going to be sprinting. It's uphill, because I know this, because I've done this course quite a lot. It's got a big downhill section, and then it has this proper riser, this uphill section right at the end where the finish line is. And it's going to hurt, but I'm getting ready for it. This is a little punchy one just before. It's less than a mile to go. I've stayed in that gear, get out the saddle, pain expression on my face, and just power on over, low cadence, It is a low cadence, gosh. And just get ready for it. So we're around 100th position. I want to make it inside the top 100. And this is what I'm thinking. So I need to keep with this little group here because there were gaps forming behind me. And I want to try, if I can, to get up forward a little bit, or maybe just a micro break. No, I'm knackered. So micro break, please give me a break, will you? And then back on the pedals. We are half a mile to the finish, and I wasn't pedaling then. I thought I was having a micro break, but I hope not. We're on the flat, so if I do that, I'll be left behind. So yeah, things are now starting to hot up. 300 watts. We are 0.4 miles to go. Now, I would normally, if I could, start my sprint about 0.3 miles to go, which is about now, but I'm desperately looking on the top right hand corner to see where the finish line is. There it is. There's the finish line. Have I got the juice to do it? Can I do this? Bollocks, can I? No, mate, there's your punchy climb there. And this is the sort of the climb before the finish line. So I can't climb. Someone's got a feather. They've saved their feather for this. Waste of time. So everyone's overtaking me. I'm desperately trying to stay with it all. 500 watts, cross the finish line, and I'm now in. What am I? 93? 92? 92nd place. 267 average watts, but that's not your weighted average watts. I can tell you now, my weighted average watts for this ride was 272, and that for me is a PB. That's how hard this ride was. Excuse me. I also went up a level as well, now level 65. This was a good ride. I had a couple more points on my racing score. I think I did a thumbs up then. I don't know. Sort of happy with that. I didn't feel great when I started. I feel good now. It was a good ride. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far and you didn't fall asleep. And I'll see you on the next one. Oh, by the way, subscribe and leave a comment if you like. Bye.